Hello and welcome to the Rant Shop. As usual, it's been a long time since I did a rant. Not super long, but it's been long. Well, depends. Ain't nobody watch this shit anyway. Doesn't matter how long it was. So, did my little weekend gig today, and it's raining, so there ain't a whole lot I can do. I've been sandblasting because I decided I was going to become a body man. Anyway, so I was watching videos. I come down here. I didn't plan on doing a podcast. I'm just sitting in front of the mic, when I do those shitty things where I sing and stuff. That shit off the cuff, it's live on TV because I just put embarrassing moments up because I really don't give a shit what people think about me. So I was in some wormhole and I got some American Idol stuff. And this dude went in there. He's fucking sang phenomenally. But when you get there, you get back into the mic that's like this and give you the perfect sound, and you can sound any way you want to make it sound like I'm a bro. Anyway, and they make it kind of sound good, and they push these people. And I thought he had a great voice, and when he come out, his thing was, yeah, I've been outside doing coffee shops and this shop and that shop, trying to make money. But my other brothers went and got day jobs and they made money, and this is what he wants to do, and it's his thing because now he's in front of 850,000 people, and so he fucking sounded great. And he did his originals, whatever. He's some dude from Sweden. So then I click in Huffa, whatever the fuck his name was, on him, and he goes back, and he's pretty much been throwing up and trying out for these places till he gets there. You know what I mean? I mean, like American Idol tryouts way back when, they have footage on him, and you can see all this footage and stuff that he's been doing because he's a good guitar player and a great singer. Not taken away from the dude whatsoever. I'm just trying to explain you fucking people. So he's, this is my dream, and he's in there doing this, that, and I'm going, he's got like 500,000 views. I'm nobody, I get 23 views. Compared to somebody's on American Idol, looking back on it, he should have millions of views. It's all about views, and they're making money. It's not about the people. It's not about anything. So he basically makes it to like, if I get to the seventh round, it's going to change my life, and da-da-da. All right. I've been playing music and sucking my whole life, right? But I also worked a day job and did all the shit and took care of a family and went and didn't fucking hosing out on anybody's louver seeking. If I would have spent 24 hours a day on my voice and did it right and did shit, I would sound better. I'm not going to say I'm as good as him because I could be a better guitar player than him if he gave me a day with the guitar in my hand. My kid made a comment the other day. The oldest boy, John, he comes out of the garage. He's like, sees me in there, and I'm showing him. I had taken, I got a 2000 S10. It's gold. It's fucking badass. The day I seen my dad got it, I thought it was kick-ass. And he had another truck before that, some fucking GMC, full size, and looked like, no offense, I'm not trying to be racist, but back when he got it, it looked like a Mexican owned it. Because it had the bra on the front and all the ground effects and shit like that. Whatever. I wasn't living at home at the time. Then I found out in like discussion that he traded in. You know how they fucking come fuck you up the ass when you trade something in, like $5,000 for a truck you just paid 20 grand for or whatever, with no miles. My dad didn't drive anywhere but back and forth to work. It wasn't a lot of miles, and I got wind of what it cost, and I'm like, I would have paid you that much for it. Not like I would have had the cash. I'm a fucking punk ass bitch. And he's like, oh, what after the next time I'll let you know before I do it. So then he buys this S10 back in 2000. I think he bought it in 99. It was 2000. It could have been 2001. Whatever. It's a 2000. What they call it, S10. I don't know, 4 or 5 years went down the road, and he was selling it and whatever they're selling, like $6,000 or whatever it was. We made payments to my parents to buy it or some shit. My wife takes care of the bills. I don't know anything about the money, so whatever was agreed to was supposed to be paid, and I own this truck. Now, I had the truck. I was driving papers, whatever, and John bought a car. Him and his mom bought the car because Dad wasn't there because Dad wouldn't have bought the car. All right. Something about they bring it home, they get in this driveway. It's like $1,600, this fucking Grand Am. And won't turn to the right. It's hard to turn right or left. I don't recall if it was right or left, but hard to turn. And the guy said it probably just needed fluid. Before I went out and put fluid, I'm like, if it just needed fluid, you'd fucking put the fluid in. Rack and pinion had to be put in that car. And then later on, I think I was out of state, and like the cold water or hot water freaking thing blew up. My wife called me and my son called me. Well, what should we do? I think they already had the car home and it was seized, but I think they were trying to humor me, things that we do in life. I'm like, just tow it home, but don't try to drive a car. You're going to overheat it, and then you're screwed. Anyway, I get home. Car's junked. It's screwed. So I had sold a Saturn wagon or some shit and thing that I used to own to a dude at work who gave it to his kid. Well, his kid, it was a great fucking car, great paper out car. I don't give a shit. I'm Kurt Marx, like I say. When I get in my car and I'm Kurt Marx when I leave, wife always has a beautiful car. I don't care what I drive. I need a truck is what I prefer. But so I ended up buying that car back for less than I sold it to him because his kid wanted to put it towards a cooler looking car. His kid's in high school. He don't want to be driving. And I know that John's not going to want to drive this Saturn wagon. And I was driving the S10, so I give John the S10. And he drove that till he went to college. And when he went to college, I bought him a Monte Carlo. And then it's Brandon's turn to drive, and I still had it parked because I'm never going to get rid of this. Someday I'm going to make this truck cool. Because my whole dream in life, it was working in a garage. I wish someday when I was working on cars, because I couldn't afford a new one, was be able to fix it. I'm going to be able to make this car cool. Never could. Now I can, so I'm gonna. On my spare time after I work on my jobs. But that's why I work the weekend gig, to get welders and this and that. And it's not like, oh, honey, it was a great deal on this welder. I got it for $100. It's usually $900. But you can use that for when I do body work. And then I add another piece, and now he drove it, Brandon drove it. It's kind of rusted out. I'm going to redo the bodies. I bought the rocker panels. I'm going to fuck them up big time because I don't know what I'm doing. I've watched a lot of videos, and I have the welders and I have all the gear and the metal benders and shit to do it, but I don't know how to use none of it. So I pulled the bed off and sandblasted it, and the channels that go across the back that like support the whole bed, they're kind of rotted, and so I want to build new metal over top of them and weld it in to support it. I should just get a new bed, but I want to practice on the welding. So when I get to the rocker panels and the corner piece, I've welded before little seams, not whole body panels and shit, And so I want to practice. So what better place than underneath the bed, And so I get this bender and I go, at work we had some shelves that were scrap. So I end up cutting the center out of them to make sheets, and then I cut them in scraps, and I was putting them in this bender, bending it, and I could have been drunk. I don't know, never used a bender. I'd get in there, and the first was like you were going to flange down, then you're going to come up, you're going to go over, you're going to go back down, you're going to flange down. I could always get the flange down good, and then get the angle coming back over, and I would get it to go this way, but when I go back down, it seemed like every other time I wouldn't learn, I would mark it on the wrong side. I'd mark it on the side, putting the piece on the piece, but you got to go the opposite side, and then I'd mark it, and somehow I did it backwards like this 40 times, probably 2 or 3. I got, some shit just sitting there 2 or 3 times, but yeah, I kept screwing up. So this is going to be It's going to be kind of like the Frankenstein of vehicles. Never done it before. I'll give it a whirl just because. But, I guess like that kid I was saying with the guitar and this and that and singing, and that was all. If he would have just had a full-time job, he'd be set right now. And he would have still been able to sing and play if he worked hard like he says he does. I sat in front of a dime store. It's like those people I see on my way to lunch. I get it. People are hungry and you should hurt them. You should not hurt them. You should help them. I get that. These are same people with the same sign every day at the same corner. To them, that is their job. To do the least they can do. They can smoke more money on that corner than I make an hour. I'm not talking about Harbor Freight money. So, because anybody can make $11 an hour. I mean, there ain't a place in the world, I don't think, right now in the United States you can't make $11 an hour. So, I don't. Everybody trying to get something for nothing, something for doing the least amount, and then now we got like this politics. I mean, what is going on? Why does everything got to be end of the world? Then you think it ain't end of the world. Then if you really follow it, it's most people don't. So extreme. Oh, it's end of the world. And then, well, it was kind of the world. Well, it depends on who says it's the end of the world or what they say or how they're putting it. That's the same way we are in our lives. Come on, It's just, I don't even know how to explain it to you people. Just look at what's going on just everywhere. And then it just makes us fight against each other. But, bottom line is things are fucked up. I could go spend 50 grand and go buy a new car. I'd rather put $5,000 and 50 grand worth of, pride, putting something into it. I'm not trying to get something for nothing. I mean, I'll go buy a new car and I got to pay interest. I got a little something of this. I want to take care of it. Just, because I wanted to work on stuff and this is giving me an opportunity. Will it be the best? No. But putting effort into what you do. Effort. You can't be happy at a place you put no effort into it. You have no skin in the game. You could be ugly, and if you put effort in it, it makes it beautiful. You got to learn how to make things beautiful instead of looking at the negative side of everything. There is a negative side to everything. Every story, everything you heard, I don't care what side it's on, you can put a negative spin on everything. You can interpret it differently. That's where we're trying to change interpretations. So you have an angle for everything. So we constantly fight about everything. Anyway, that's how I see it. It was nice talking to you guys. It's September 28th.